Hey Crazy Friends.
Hey
It's
guys!
Jay and Francis with Find You Crazy. We are a family of 9 who live full-time in our RV. We travel around the country to see every national park. But it's not just about the national parks. While there are 60-something national parks, there's like 400 national historic sites, battlefields, monuments. That's a
Everything.
whole lot of things to see. And all of them are packed full of great history. And all of them have, or most all of them have the Junior Ranger program. And so this week we're getting into some of the lesser known ones. So we are at Manassas National Battle Field at Brawner Farm, which is the site of the second Battle of Manassas. This is a National Historic Battlefield, and we're really excited as we are getting further and further north in our journey here because we're getting into a higher and higher concentration of all of these National Historic sites, especially ones that are colonial, Revolutionary War, or Civil War in nature. And so while it's been great for us to see so much of the nature of our country, now we're really starting to see the history of our country. And today was a huge treat because for the first time in over a year of traveling, we actually got to participate in an actual ranger-led program, a live tour of this battlefield by one of the rangers who was so knowledgeable and passionate. She's actually getting her doctorate in Civil War history. And so she really shared kind of over and above. It was really, really, really neat. And so obviously, no matter how big or small the site, there is something to offer. And we found that out today because we actually pulled into our campsite and this was like 15 minutes away. And so we were like, hey, what can we do? Well, hey, this one's close. Let's go do it. Coming, not really knowing what to expect and getting here and being really, really blessed by what we found.
Yeah, we have been so excited about the fact that there isn't just national parks that are involved in the Junior Ranger program, but there are national battlefields and historic sites that Jay was talking about. So be sure that if you are joining up and maybe you can't go see all the national parks, maybe that isn't a part of what your journey is, you could look around your own hometown or your own state, and there are going to be so many different ways that your kids can get rich inside, deep inside some history, some nature, cool battlefields, all kinds of amazing monuments. And so be sure that if you're involved in that, and the best way for us to find those has been through this passport book right here. This is the passport to your national parks, but it doesn't just include the national parks. What it does is it gives you by region the opportunity to see different state monuments or historical places, and this gives you an opportunity to look through to find out what's close to you, but also to get your stamps or your stickers or anything like that. And so I would encourage you to look around your own area, to your own state, your own region, and find out the ways that your kids and your families can get involved in history, but also can get involved in the Junior Ranger program. And you might just be able to find a ranger-led program that is going to couple not only the historical part, but the humanity. And we talked a lot about that in our journey today, that these are real people fighting real battles. And you really see that come to light in people who have spent their time and their education really getting immersed in that. And they bring to it such personality and funny stories and things that our kids really laughed out loud about. So I would really encourage you to find a local one, to get started and really enjoy this. And we have a lot more on our trip that we're going to get to visit, but this was just a little gem that was right out of the way, really close to where we were. And so we got some history in, some school in today, even though it was a travel day.
There's actually more to see here, so we're going to go check it out.
Yeah. as you know, there are two Battle of Manassas, and the first one and the second one. Today, because of weather, we had to go to the second one first so that we could have the Junior Ranger program. But we quickly headed back here since the weather was still nice and saw the visitor center here, and it is to not be missed. They have an incredible map that gives just an interactive story chronicling what happened in the Battle of the First Manassas, but also it lights up to really show all of us
movements and the cannon fire. Like,
yes,
it was really,
and you really got a scope
really
of what was going on. It's easy kind of when you're here to kind of figure out where is everything and exactly where was this position, and this interactive visitor center did a great job of that. Also, there's this really cool
Statue of Stonewall Jackson.
Statue of Stonewall Jackson, who we found out
that this battle is where he got his nickname.
Yes, and not only that, we found out in our ranger program that he was not this buff. He was actually a little skinny dude who had really long legs, and his horse was not very
tall,
handsome like this one, and his legs almost drug the ground. So in the ranger programs, you learn some really great stuff that you don't learn in your history books, but also we wanted to let you know that there's cannons here. There is so much more, so you probably should look ahead and try to come here first.
This is the main visitor center.
Yes, and then go to the other one, but because of weather we couldn't do that. But we wanted to come back on here and tell you, you can't miss this. This is where you get your Junior Ranger books. They do not have them at the Bronham House.
No.
And so make sure you stop by, go inside and look through the very small but really interactive visitor center, and then come out here and check out Stonewall Jackson and all the full-size cannons. Your kids will love it.
So it is Memorial Day weekend. This is Sunday before Memorial Day, and we, being this close to DC, wanted to take the opportunity to bring the kids to Arlington National Cemetery today, just to give them a scope of why it is that we celebrate Memorial Day. It's one of those holidays that's, especially if you're young, and I mean, really for almost all of us, it's easy to overlook the real depth of what this day means and what we're doing, but to be able to see something like Arlington really gives a visual impact to how many people have given their lives fighting for the freedom that we enjoy. Crazy Faith is one of our major pillars, and we understand and try to teach our children that faith is laid down on the lives of many who have fought for the freedoms that we enjoy, that we have these freedoms because others have fought for them. And Arlington's a great visual way for them to be able to see really the depth of the sacrifices that have been made for our country.
What a gift to be able to be here in the middle of our country's capital, to be able to really see it firsthand, not just read about it in books, but to be able to experience it firsthand. So we're, so really going into this with an opportunity to learn and to be thankful and grateful, and just to learn a lot.